I'm Lit Jockey DJ Chase Money, aka Mayor Money Lady City. You already know what it is, G. We out here, Logik Studios, man. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy, Logik Media Group, all that good shit. I'm here with Bree Specific from Power 92. You know what I'm saying? One of the hottest hosts, motherfucking radio hosts, motherfucking event hosts, all that shit. She just be going crazy, bro. Like I rock with Shorty, right? Tell the people about you. You know what I'm saying? How you get into radio?
How did I get into radio? I actually fell into it. I'm a dancer, like a trained dancer.
Word.
Yeah. In college, the college radio station was right next to where we had rehearsals. So one day the GA, she came out and gave me a flyer. Was like, yo, you know, you should come. We starting back our radio station. You should come and check it out. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went to the meeting, and I almost walked out of there because they had shows about like cats and ghosts and like just stuff that I wouldn't have a show about. So I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not for me. But I stayed, and she was like, you know, we could train you on the board if you want to. So they trained me. Then like 2 weeks later, she was like, well, we could give you a show. I started out just having like an hour show. Nobody listened but my mama. And my mom used to be like, yeah, like, I don't think this is for you. And I'm like, dang.
That's
something like that. I mean, that's real, but dang, like I could either quit or get better. So I just kind of kept at it. I came back home after college, and I interned for Power 92, and from there, I kind of walked into my supervisor's office, and I was like, I don't want to leave, you know. My internship almost up. I don't know what y'all got for me. Like, I would take anything. And she introduced me to someone that hired me to do board op, and I've been over there ever since.
Okay. So you said you fell into radio. So what was the intentions? Like, what were your plans before radio?
Public relations. So I always wanted to do like outreach and like help people. I initially wanted to be like the middleman of like mental awareness charities, like how you go grab like the celebrities so that they could donate to you. I wanted to be like that person, like that target person.
Okay. So in your time in radio, like, can you tell us about what you've come across, negative or positive, like what you've come across that just kind of either made you learn a lesson or just made you like, oh yeah, I definitely want to do this for the rest of my life? Like, what have you come across in your time in radio and hosting events at that?
Genuine people. Like, I'm real big on energy and vibes and like who I associate myself with. So I feel like I really associated myself with people who want to see me grow. And being in media and being in this industry, everybody not for you. It's real competitive. Like, you could literally, like, I've seen people lose their jobs in like 2 minutes of them being off air. You know what I'm saying? And it's scary, but at the same time, it's like a roller coaster. Because it's like, no matter how scary it look, you still gonna get on it and still gonna, you know, ride till the wheels fall off. But yeah, like, I would just say, like, people, like, just really knowing who to associate with, who you can't really be around because they don't really, you know, bring the same vibes that you bring in.
Word.
But yeah, other than that, like, I've learned how to solve a lot of problems real fast.
Who do you study in the game that maybe might make you better or might just motivate you to keep going?
Angie Martinez, definitely. Oprah, more locally. May High, I love, like, that's my big sister. I love her. Hot Rod, and my girl Shay. She's actually my brand consultant, but I've seen her, like, do so much for so many different brands, like, just off the strength of her just wanting to help. And I think it's really, really dope. And I really look up to the things that she do and how she helped me out. So, yeah, Mike Love, First Lady. I can name a whole lot of people that I really like pay attention to, but yeah.
Well, talking more so on like the aspect of media overall, not just radio, because what I learned is that, you know, being in media, it's not just, you know, that one thing. And I see you doing specific sites. So where do you hope to take your journey in media? Like, where have you been and where do you hope to take it?
I've only been in radio. I was really, really scared to dive into like the visual aspect of it, and at first I was like, okay, I can strictly do radio, but radio is evolving. Like, every radio station has some type of visual digital media portion to it. So when it came to specific sites, it was something that I thought about probably a year and a half. I have journals full of just like ideas that I want to do as far as just like helping my brand, and I just thought it was time. I was like, okay, gee, like, I can't be scared to get in front of the camera. The first time I got in front of the camera when it came from when it came to media was with What's the Word. I used to work with What's the Word real heavy. They kind of like got my foot in the door when it came to being in Chicago media. And shout out to Cody. But yeah, so yeah, Specific Sites was something that I really wanted to do, and I didn't want it to just be like, okay, I'm going to this event, I'm sitting down with the people who coordinated and I interviewed them. Like, I think that's pretty boring. So it's a specific tour from my perspective. Like, I highlight 3 different entities of the event, and I give you my specific perspective of it, and people really been rocking with it. So I wanted to get picked up. Right. If like the Jam or like, I don't know, Access Hollywood or somebody The Real could pick it up, that would be dope. But yeah, I'm just growing from here.
Word. So I remember I pulled up on your power one day and we was talking, and you was talking about like the bag in radio, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people they doing radio, but like it's only specific people that got the bag in radio, you know what I'm saying?
The bag, like the money?
Like, yeah, like that real contract, like you know what I'm saying? Like you out there like Charlemagne or one of them, you know, that type of joint. What separates the Charlemagnes and DJ Envy's and even DJ Ferris's and the big time personalities from, you know, people like me? And what separates you from everybody else?
I just think you gotta know your brand, and you have to know where you want to go. Just don't be in radio just to be talking on the mic. Like, everything has to have a purpose, especially in media. Like, everything has to have a purpose. So it all comes with knowing your self-worth, and when the opportunities present itself, know that it's the best opportunity for you. Right. And don't just take anything just to take anything, but at the same time, you have to be able and willing to continue to work hard, continue to learn. Like, even when you in your 50s, you still on the radios, you still got something, like there's something to learn. Like, don't just think like you hit a cap and I'm good. Like, everybody respect me in the industry, so I don't got to worry about nothing. I feel like I'm going to be learning until I'm 65. I could be on somebody's after dark late night jazz show, still trying to learn how to hook up a camera or how to work these lights so that something could be visual with my show. You know what I'm saying? Right. So just keep learning. I feel like that's what separates the people who really want it and got it compared to the people who got it for now but they not gonna last.
Word. Okay, and what separates the Bree Specific brand from any other radio or media personality out here?
I'm real specific.
Word.
Real specific. Now, the Bree Specific brand overall is a feel-good brand. Like, I want people to know that it's okay to be okay. It's okay to be in a moment where, you know, you probably don't know what to do with your life. You know, it's okay as long as you take some type of silver lining and you pushing to be the best that you could be. You know, dang, like, I'm feeling like crap right now, but tomorrow I'm finna write down these goals. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, just, it's okay to take an extra step. It's okay to take that leap of faith. It's okay to tell somebody no when an opportunity presents itself. And it's okay to take yourself away from a certain brand because you feel like your brand going in a different direction. I just want everybody to know that Bree Specific is literally like, just be 100, be real, be specific, and just continue to grow, continue to learn. I got a lot going on. I'll give you a little exclusive. I don't know. I'm dropping my candle line. Ooh. Next month. It's called Specific Sense.
I've been peeping.
Yeah, and I'm starting back. I'm a trained dancer, so I'm starting back teaching classes. It's called Specific Steps. Okay. So I think I'm, you know.
You're just kind of getting out here.
Getting out here doing the whole specific thing, so.
Okay, that's word. So, how long you been doing this? I think you just told me like 3 years.
Like professionally?
Yeah. Radio wise.
Well, I've been at the radio station since 2017. Before that, so like 3 years, yeah. 3 years, I was on underground radio. I did Windy City Underground for a minute. Shout out to
Windy City Underground. Yeah. Okay. But because I normally, the question I normally ask everybody in my interviews is like, if you go back to your younger self and give your younger self advice, you know what I'm saying? So if you go back 3 years, you know what I'm saying, when you first started out, and you can give 3 years ago Bree some specific advice, you know what I'm saying, what would it be?
I probably wouldn't have went to college.
Okay. Expand on that. All right.
I probably would not have went to college because I don't want to say this. I don't want to say you don't need a college education because, well, honestly, it's like half and half because I feel like college is where I really found out who I am and who I really wanted to be as far as like Bree Specific. But that was like towards the end of college, and I was halfway about to drop out. I was halfway up out of grad school anyway. I was like, I just dropped out. But to be in media, you learn from having schooling, but then there's other ways of schooling. Like I went to Illinois Media School. That's how I got the internship at Power 92, and that was like what 6 or 7 month program. When there's people that went to college for 4 years for radio TV and they don't even work in radio or TV.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but it's just weigh your options and do what's best for you, because I probably would have stayed here opposed to going to college if I would have known that I wanted to do radio, and I just, was like, hey, let's just go dive in it. But I mean, I'm grateful of my journey. That's something I would say.
Okay. Well, you already know it's Logik DJ Chase Money, aka Mary Money Lake City. And this is my big sister media, Bree Specific, you know what I'm saying? I had to sit down with her in front of the camera one time for the fun time. You know what I'm saying? Check out the rest of our videos and interviews somewhere on Logik, on the Logik Radio app. Download the Logik Radio app right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Bishop Productions. We finna get up out of here though. I'm gone.
Gang gang.